Starting October 9th, Frontier Airlines will launch nonstop service to Denver, the first direct flight out of Corpus Christi since 1997.
Nonstop service to a major hub like Denver opens the door to increased business, opportunities, tourism, and of course, investment.
The route will run twice a week, Thursdays and Sundays, with a flight time of about 2.5 hours.
The motion carries unanimously.
City Council voted to approve more than $1.1 million to be paid to Frontier if the route underperforms. If that happens, the money would come from several sources: $430,000 from a federal grant, $100,000 from Visit Corpus Christi, and the rest from Type B sales tax funds. No general fund dollars will be used.
So come October, you won't need a layover to get to the Rockies, just a boarding pass from Corpus Christi. At Corpus Christi International Airport, I'm Senior Neighborhood News Reporter Suzanne Stevens, Chris 6 News.
I'm Tony Jaramillo, your neighborhood news reporter on the South Side. Back in April, I told you that the city was set to vote on a multi-million-dollar entertainment center near Rodfield Road, but that vote was tabled. On Tuesday, city leaders and Synergy Entertainment met to discuss the project. On Tuesday, City Council approved a Chapter 380 incentive agreement with Synergy Entertainment. The deal will provide up to $4.15 million in tax rebates over 15 years for the $40 million project near Rodfield Road and South Padre Island Drive. Synergy tells me the proposed attraction would be a one-stop shop for entertainment here in Corpus Christi. According to the city, the project is expected to generate more than $16 million in total tax revenue for Corpus Christi over 15 years. If all goes to plan, Synergy Entertainment tells me they plan to start construction by early next year. On the South Side, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tony Jaramillo, Chris 6 News.
Neighbors here in the Hillcrest, Washington Coles area continue to face major changes, including the city's approval of rezoning this area as a light industrial district. I spoke with one resident who fears road closures as part of a bigger picture to push residents out.
Reuben Butler has lived in this home on West Broadway Street for more than 20 years. He says for a while, orange barricades closed off access to his street, preventing him from getting to his driveway. While I spoke with Butler on Tuesday morning, crews came to move those barricades, allowing partial access. However, it's unclear why the barricades were there in the first place. Still, Butler worries that road closures and rezoning efforts could be a sign that the historic neighborhood is being phased out for good. Chris 6 News reached out to the Port of Corpus Christi regarding rezoning in the neighborhood and have not received a response.
A Robstown teen admits he vandalized these two benches at St. Anthony's Catholic Church because he was having a bad day. I'm Stephanie Molina, your neighborhood news reporter, explaining how the vandalism brought the church, the community, and the teen together.
This is what Father Ogie and members of St. Anthony Catholic Church found last Tuesday. Two benches used to pray in front of the Virgin Mary destroyed. That's when community members like Joe Glenn stepped up to help. After the benches were repaired by volunteers, the teen returned to the church and admitted he was the one that destroyed them. Father Ogie says the church forgave him, then came together to pray for the teen. Father Ogie says anyone going through a hard time is always welcome to their church.
I'm Erin Hawley, your Padre Island neighborhood news reporter. A few months ago, I introduced you to the Culverhouse family who lost their 15-year-old daughter to sudden, unexpected death and epilepsy. This week would have been Kaylee's 17th birthday, and in her honor, the Culverhouse family is giving patients at Driscoll Children's Hospital a special surprise. Turning grief into positivity is how the Culverhouses are honoring their daughter Kaylee's memory. July 23rd would have been her 17th birthday. To celebrate her heavenly birthday, they're giving back to Driscoll Children's Hospital. Toys brought Kaylee a lot of comfort during her many visits there. With more than 1,200 toys donated through Kaylee's Toy Drive, they hope to help other kids too. Those volunteers came together on Tuesday to unload boxes full of toys.
It's in some of your favorite snacks, and you probably didn't even know. I'm talking about Red Dye 40. I'm Michaela Chavez, your Sunrise neighborhood news reporter on the West Side. Some studies have linked the dye to children's behavioral issues, but here's what I found out. I spoke with local pediatrician Dr. Eric Baggerman. He says although it's something to consider, red dye 40 should not be a huge concern, as long as it's given in moderations. It's found in things like sports drinks, candies, and cereal. Some say it's tied to behavioral challenges in kids, but some research suggests the connection might not be as extreme as people think. Baggerman says only about 10% of kids are affected by it. His best piece of advice? Go for healthier options for your kid. It'll help them in the long run.
Agua Dulce is finally getting its own city hall. So get this, the tiny town of Agua Dulce has been running its government out of a borrowed county building forever. But that's all about to change. The Wyatt Ranches Foundation just stepped in with a massive $500,000 donation to build the town its very first actual city hall. No taxpayer money needed. Mayor John Howard had been hoping for this for ages. He says they've been crammed into this tiny office in the county building off of Highway 44, sharing space for all their city business. Not ideal. If all goes according to plan, Agua Dulce residents should be checking out their brand new city hall in about 6 months. The president of the Wyatt Ranches Foundation tells me his foundation plans to donate the land where the city hall will be built in an upcoming meeting. In Agua Dulce, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Melissa Trevino, Chris 6 News.